Hello my dear friends and viewers, it is Saturday and you all know what that means. Time for another Warcraft request. This matchup is going to be between Ted, the yellow undead player spawning at the 8 o'clock position against Infi, teal human spawning at the top 1 o'clock position or 12 o'clock, whatsoever you might want to call it. This game is over TidewaterGlades, and a thing that I'd like to point out in right now that is that this game was not really requested specifically by anybody. I just thought this would be the perfect game for the time being because, well, undead players are not so commonly seen, and this map TidewaterGlades, and the main factor would be Ted. Ted has returned indeed. Many players might people out there might be knowing that Ted had retired a year ago or somewhere. Uh, he started a restaurant or something, but I guess he's back now. I don't really know. I didn't really read the whole interview thing. There was one at Gosu Gamers, or was it at WCR? I don't really remember, but if I find it, I'll probably link it in the description below. Both of the players scouting out to see where their opponent is, gonna go to the close spawns first, gonna find nobody home. Well, base buildings are almost complete, pretty much standard opening by both players, and in a while we're probably gonna see Ted go with the Fiends, as I don't really see him thinking of going for anything very unorthodox or something to surprise Infi by any way. Here come both of the Malaysia and the Acolyte, that is, are gonna see each other. I'm pretty sure the players saw it as well, and that should kind of have told them the story that where the enemy would be. Infi's still gonna drop a farm over there, thinking that that might just be the Ted's base, but no, that is not. A footman is heading towards the undead base, and that's kind of a quick way to scout out. And oh, here comes the DK. DK sees it clearly. Acolyte reaching the other side, and well, Ted doing a pretty good job of finding where Infi is and noticing it soon enough. But Infi did the same. Infi now gonna creep this very uncommon looking camp, which is actually a green camp with the with four militias there. I guess that's why some people call this map broken, etc. Ted seems to be heading towards the base, but no, gonna go towards the green camp, the closest green camp, predicting well where Infi might have been, and oh, almost got himself trapped in there at that troll camp, but gonna get out. Should kill us. Yes, he's gonna kill the critter and get some skeletons out of it, as he is pretty far away from where Infi crept the camp. Infi now gonna stand pretty strong. Ted doesn't really have much to fight along with. Still needs to get the fiends and stuff, and well, here comes the first fiend. I guess he delayed it a little. I don't really know. I can't really say. Not an undead player. Haven't really seen many undeads play since I really actually started watching the whole pro scene and all. But we're gonna see how this game comes out as Infi goes for the creeping at the spider camp, which is another green camp of this map, while Ted's go for the harassment, undead harassment, skeletons right after the Archmage. Archmage gonna run away while Ted's DK is still gonna stick in, or no, he's gonna run away as well. Infi's Archmage now going across that nice little doodad, uh, and Ted gonna Ted kind of knowing where Infi is just because of this acolyte, I guess. Infi is seems to be heading towards this side of the map just to be able to creep without any kind of disturbances, because creeping is the only thing Infi wants to do right now until he gets to tier 2, and until he gets his tier 2 units with a tier 2 hero. And until then, the only thing Ted wants to be able to do is harass Infi at the maximum, and yes, that is just what Infi is doing. He's going for another green camp and gonna take this camp out pretty easily. Got himself to level 2 and got a sentry ward as well. Sentry wards are gonna be really helpful, especially on this kind of a map where you can like place one here and one here, and like have a really good good sign of where the under player is going, where the under player is, and all that stuff. All of that almost complete, and we are gonna see the Lich come out soon enough with the obsidian statues in the slaughterhouse and stuff. Keep is almost ready as well, and is that a skeleton? Yes, that is a skeleton. This is why you wanna always wanna have an arcane tower inside the base. Infi gonna creep on this mer camp right now. I don't really, well, I guess you can creep it out. And Infi also getting defend for some reason, probably to counter the fiends. Although it is kind of, it is kind of slows down their footmen to a really slow pace and really kind of irritating. This camp, I don't really know. This Drake should be strong as the red Drake at Secret Valley's fountain, but well, Infi seems to be creeping it out pretty easily, so I guess it is. But oh my, that's not good. Infi's gonna lose a footman. Well, Ted creeps out the camp, which is right beside it, right above it in other terms, which is a goblin merchant. We're gonna be able to creep it out pretty easily because of the skeleton warriors that are gonna attacking away the damage. Skeleton warriors and DK, that is. Now the DK getting to level 2, and oh look, Infi got a Sather, and oh he also got a 4-bucks Shaman. Shaman has the rejuvenation ability of the Druid of the Claw, so yeah, that is pretty useful. That's one thing I can say. Both of the players still gonna creep out a little until they get their armies up and ready. Just wanna get their heroes to higher level. Want to get the heroes some items and yeah, all that stuff. The second hero is out, and it seems to me like Infi wants an expansion. He is trying to set up an expansion at the spawning location, the close spawn location of oh my, and we got some thunder lizards. That's never good. I mean, these things are really strong if you ask me. I mean, I faced them a lot in the campaign, and oh boy, I guess this is why many people don't really like playing on this map specifically. As you can see, the amount of damage that is dealt over these militias, I mean, they can die so easily, and these things have storm. This thing, yeah, that's the storm, and these things, I think they also have purge. So yeah, the human players can lose a lot just while like finding it and leaving that tome. And while that happens, Ted seems to be creeping out that expansion as well. Obviously, being an undead player, you won't really be expanding this soon in the game like the human player, but let's see what happens. We got two slaughterhouses with the obsidian statues and the destroyer upgrade rolling in. Undead player in a pretty good position right now. Human player's Archmage gonna run around to scout a bit while the Archer King gonna creep in this camp, and oh boy, he's in a bad position. Almost losing all of the units and using that Stormbolt right in the nick of time to avoid the DK from getting in and being able to do some good damage. Here comes the Archmage gonna, well, not gonna do anything, gonna run away because it really can't face that big of an army, that big of an undead army, in other words. And nothing very special happening. Both players seem to be returning back into the base, trying to recuperate. Well, the expansion for Infi is up. I'm not very sure if Ted knows about it, but he should know about it soon enough, because Infi is at tier 2. He also has the expansion, and that means that he can do a lot with that. The destroyers are indeed ready, and well, there you can see them using the devour magic, and they're gonna be able to do. And oh wait, Ted does know about the expansion. Ted did know about the expansion. He did send in a skeleton or something to find out about it. Here comes Ted's army. It's gonna be able to take out this expansion relatively easily, because I don't really see the human player having much on his hands to deal with this kind of an undead army. And oh my, human player buying a thunder lizard. Thunder lizard might just be the X factor, but oh my, it's gonna die. It's having heavy armor. Thunder lizard has heavy armor, and well, it did survive by some chance with that rejuvenation on it. But right now, Infi is the one who is in a really bad position right now. Undead player still standing strong, only has like one of the destroyers at lower hit points, which can be like healed within a second using the DK's coil. This expansion is gonna fall undoubtedly. The human player will not be able to do anything about it. Should have used the second sentry ward somewhere at the middle of the map. Would have been useful for him. But the undead player kills off all the creep, all of the workers. That is, he's gonna leave his. He's gonna leave the expansion. It seems to me like he's just gonna kill off the workers and gonna leave the expansion. Human player seems to want to creep. Doesn't want to attack yet. Doesn't want to save his base, in other words, yet. And here comes the destroyer. Destroyer's gonna do some great amount of damage over the towers. Towers having heavy armor. Destroyer is doing magic damage. They really do deal a lot of damage over there. There is no attack or defense upgrade by Teddy yet, although I would have said that that would have made some significant improvement in the amount of damage that they do. And oh boy, Infi just got a book of dead, and he, for some reason, he used it. Why would you want to use it right now and right then? I mean, you're wasting so you were like wasted like 5 to 10 seconds just like making them travel from here to here. If they wanted them, you could just had come along into the Undead and then used it. Well, anyways, the destroyers are gonna cause some havoc inside the human main, while the Undead ground force does the damage over the expansion, while the human player doing damage over the Undead's main with everything he's got. It's not really that very much if we see to it. The Tunnel is coming to play, and the Storm doing some good what can you call it? Um, well, Spirit towers are up. I do not see the human player coming out of this right now. Human player will not be able to destroy this expansion, this main base, this main, without any siege equipments right now, mainly because of the Spirit towers. He's gonna use the TP to go back to base, and well, I guess you might call it bad decision making on the human sides, because he lost his expansion. He wasn't really able to do much damage over the Undead's base, because he only like lost one Nerubian tower and a few goals. That's not really very much to compare to what the human lost, because he lost an expansion. He lost a whole expansion. And here comes the Undead player getting in from that choke point at the left side of the base, and more destroyers coming into play. Those destroyers are just gonna dominate over here. I mean, that's all I can say. And oh my, human player, you might just be able to kill the DK at level 6, and oh my, we all know what that means. A few more corpses, just a few more corpses, and the DK. Oh no, I was wrong. The DK doesn't really have enough mana to do that, but when he does, he's gonna really do it. They should kill off the Thunder Lizard, if you ask me. They can though, just one shot it away right now. Undead player doing some good damage with the Fiend, and yep, this game is pretty much GG for the human player. I don't see him coming out of this. Definitely not. And well, his ground army runs out of the base. The aerial army is still gonna do damage, eating away, devouring the magic from that elemental. And oh nice, haven't seen that little replays.net for a while. So anyways, that is GG by Infi. Good game, well played by both players. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Yesterday was Friday, which means the audio commentary, which was already out. Today is Saturday, which means Warcraft request, and tomorrow it is Tuesday time, Sundays. Stay tuned.